everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Lauren, and on my channel we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be presenting you my entire designer shoe collection for 2023. So right off the bat, I prefer to tell you this is going to be a very long video, so please grab a cup of coffee or tea because it will take a while. And then another disclaimer really quickly, I actually don't have any pairs of heels. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know by now that I am 5'11" or 180 centimeters. So I actually don't need heels, I don't wear them ever, and I don't own them. So if you're looking to see like beautiful pairs of heels, this video will probably disappoint you. So that's why I wanted to put that out there early. So I'll be dividing this video by categories. We have boots, sneakers, flats, and then finally sandals. So if you're curious to see the beautiful pairs of shoes that I own, then please keep on watching. So we'll first start with boots. That's my first category, and the first pair of boots that I have to show you is a pair of Stuart Weitzman Lowland boots in this beautiful black suede color. Right off the bat, I want to tell you I will of course include close-ups and mod shots so that you can see better, because I realize it doesn't really do them justice, me holding them like this on camera. So I will include mod shots and close-ups, don't you worry about that. I have had this pair of boots for such a long time. They are extremely comfortable, extremely soft. What I really like about them is that they have the teeniest, tiniest heel possible, which for my size, or my height rather, is very important. That's what I appreciate most about them. That and then the comfort level, it is amazing. You can walk all day in them, like all day New York City, 16 kilometers, 18 kilometers. No problem. They have such a good look to them with such a good comfort level. It's really rare to find a pair of boots that features that kind of comfort to look ratio. So next up we have the same pair, the absolute exact same pair. So again, Stuart Weitzman Lowland boots, but this time they are in gray. We're not going to talk about them for forever because they're basically the same as the other ones. I love the black pair so much and I wore them so much that I decided to get another pair. And what I really like about this is the price. So these guys I was able to get at a retail outlet, so I paid about half the price of retail. The black ones that you saw earlier, I paid full price. So, you know, kind of hefty. I believe at the time we were around like $775 something. And here we're around $300. So obviously I love the price of these very much, and I wear them just as much as the black ones. Our next pair of boots is yet another pair from Stuart Weitzman, but this time I promise it's the last pair from them. So these are called the Stuart Weitzman Kai City ankle boots. They are so cute. I absolutely love the look of them. I feel like they feature exactly the same heel, or rather lack thereof, as the Lowland ones. And then here, the really cute little touch that I love is it has the SW logo right here in gold hardware. It is teeny tiny, but it looks so cute. It looks very polished, refined. So I love to pair these with, say, you know, I'm carrying like a gold hardware bag. I feel like this little touch adds a lot to these booties, and they are just as comfortable as the Lowland ones. we have the Louis Vuitton Wonderland Flat Ranger boots. These are my boots to impress, my boots that I get and that I wear when I want to dress to impress. I really like the look of them. I feel like it is such a unique look. It's a very good combination of edgy, because they're a little bit like combat boots, but then also very classy. I love, obviously, the fact that it has the LV logo, again, in gold hardware. So really kind of similar to the Stuart Weitzman ankle boots that I showed you earlier. I love to pair these with like a gold hardware bag. I think it's a perfect look. And it's really nice because I wasn't really sure of the combination of black and then monogram, but I feel like it looks really great with pants especially. I love wearing these with pants. Now, they're not as comfortable as the Stuart Weitzman ones. That is definitely the downside. I think that I had to break them in for maybe about a week at home before I could actually wear them out. Now they are comfortable, but I could not wear them all day. I couldn't walk with them all day. So if I know that I'll be walking a lot, these are not going to be my go-to. Next up, in terms of boots, we have the Givenchy studded ankle leather boots. These are stunning. I absolutely love the look of them, but they are quite uncomfortable. They're not unwearable. It's not to the point where I'm like kicking and screaming, but they really do hurt. I feel like I can't really walk in them for a very long time, so it's pretty limiting. I would say I limit myself to maybe like a short round in the mall, or like an outing to a very precise restaurant if I know that we'll like valet there, or that we'll find parking like nearby. Do they have like a parking lot or something like that? Otherwise, if we have to walk to get there, to get to a place, like absolutely not. That's really the downside of them. Otherwise, they look so beautiful. I love the fact that they're like a little bit edgy. I feel like for me, it's such like a venture into a new world. Really, I'm the classic and classy type of girl that never ventures into something different, and I feel like I was very proud of myself for getting these, because these aren't exactly my usual style, but I still really love the look of them. They look absolutely stunning, and they look equally as good with like a pair of pants as they do with dresses or skirts. So I love them. I feel like they match any kind of purse really nicely as well, of course with silver hardware. But the comfort level is a little difficult for me. By the way, do let me know in the comments down below if you have any tips on what might help. I feel like I've tried pretty much everything in the book, like wearing them with like a thick sock, or like, you know, using a hair dryer, using like a shoe extender. They are my size, but it's just like they hurt every time I have to like push on my foot. That's when they hurt. And finally, the last pair of boots that I have to show you is a pair of boots from Gucci. They're called the Gucci Micro Guccisima leather ankle boots. I have had these for the longest time. I mean, as you can probably tell, they look super duper beat up. I've had them for like 4 or 5 years, I believe, and I have been wearing them every single winter for like the majority of the winter ever since I got them. These are the boots that I will use as kind of rain boots. I actually don't have a pair of rain boots. I used to have a Burberry pair of boots for rain that were specifically for that, like rubber boots. And then I wore the heck out of them, and there was a hole in them, and now I can't really find anything to replace them. So definitely do let me know in the comments down below if you have any good suggestion of rain boots, like designer rain boots that look girly and that have a no heel. These are like my 2 major requirements. So in the meantime, these are the ones that I use. They are super comfortable. I can definitely walk in them all day. Now, these are not necessarily the shoes that are my shoes of choice if I want to impress, and I'm sure that you can see why, because they're super worn. But you know, for every day, for errands, for work, these are really, really perfect and still remain my go-tos. Alright, so next up we'll have sneakers, and this category is going to be short and sweet because I actually only have 2 pairs of sneakers. So my first pair of designer sneaker is by Givenchy. They're called the Givenchy Urban Street Leather Sneakers. These have been the worst purchase ever. Like, frankly, I don't know what I was thinking when I got them. Actually, I did get them the day after my rhinoplasty, so I got a nose job in 2018 in Paris, and then I think I was still like high on drugs or something, because this was a terrible purchase. I mean, frankly, they're the least comfortable sneakers I have ever seen. They're currently for sale on my eBay. I can never get used to them. I tried so hard to try to break them in at home, to try to wear like a sock, not wear a sock, like, you know, use like a hair dryer. I mean, I feel like I've done like all of the tricks in the book, but nothing has really worked. They still remain super uncomfortable. And like, for designer sneakers, yeah, they're designer shoes, but they're sneakers. So I feel like sneakers are made to be comfortable. So this is kind of like not happening for me. I would highly discourage you from getting them. This was a gigantic mistake. I actually feature them in my luxury regrets video. So if you're curious to hear a little bit more about why these have been a big regret and also see what my other luxury regrets are, then I will go ahead and leave the link to that video and the little information link over here for you to see it. Next up, we have the Gucci GG Microsoft Pink sneakers. These ones are very, very comfortable. They're pretty much the opposite of the other ones. I mean, frankly, the other ones, like, I still can't believe how uncomfortable they are. But these ones actually feel really, really nice. Now, the one downside is obviously their color. Because they're pink, I tend to only wear them in the spring and summertime, and I don't really, you know, venture into wearing them in the fall and winter, so I obviously don't use them as much as I would have used the other ones if they were comfortable. So I'm still kind of looking for a pair of designer sneakers, but these ones I would highly recommend if you're looking for something that is classy and then at the same time comfortable. I like them, I love the look of them, and I really like how the color kind of matches my Yves Saint Laurent Sac de Jour in size nano bag over here. I feel like it is the perfect duo in the spring and summertime. Next up, and actually next category, we have Espadrilles. And here again, it's going to be short and sweet because I have 2 pairs. My first pair of Espadrilles is from Chanel. These are called the Chanel Espadrille, and I have mine in full black. This, very, very similar to the Givenchy sneakers, is a huge luxury regret. And it's exactly for the same reason. It's because I could never break them in. Again, I tried everything in the book to break them in. Obviously, Chanel is my favorite brand, so I feel like, you know, I went to great lengths to try and make these fit my lifestyle and fit my feet. But for some reason, it never really worked. I got mine in size 39. Size 39 is my size. I feel like they are my size actually, but it's just like they're super uncomfortable, like over here at the back of the shoe. After walking for maybe 50 meters, it starts hurting really, really bad. And if I continue walking in them, my feet actually will bleed. I've had that happen multiple times. So I feel like, you know, I am very regretful of getting them, but at the same time, like if I hadn't done it, I knew that I would have kind of regretted it in a way, because I would have tried no matter what to get at least a pair of Chanel shoes. And so, I mean, these are pretty much a regret. I don't really wear them. However, I still have a hard time letting them go, because I remember getting them, you know, very, very early in my designer collection, and I remember being so excited about having them, about wearing them, like even for the teeniest, tiniest bit, and even though they hurt my feet really bad, so that's why I have a hard time letting them go, but really they are a luxury regret and aren't comfortable at all. My second pair of Espadrilles is from Chloe. They're called the Chloe Lauren Espadrille in black suede. These are pretty much the opposite of the other ones from Chanel. They are super comfortable. It did not take me a long time to break them in. I mean, frankly, like, what's not to love about them? Of course, they don't feature the Chanel logo, and that's why, you know, in my mind, I'm still a little bit disappointed that the other ones did not work for me, but these are an excellent choice. I would highly recommend them if you're looking for something that's comfortable and that's classy at the same time. I feel like additionally, like, the look of them makes it that you can wear them with pretty much any outfit and anything. I feel like they would look really nice with a pair of pants, as well as with like a dress or skirt or really anything like that. I love the little gold detail over here on the sole part. I feel like it really makes them pop, and that's why I love wearing them with a bag that features gold hardware. So they're called the Ferragamo Verena Flats, and I got mine in black suede. I've had them for a really, really long time, and these are pretty much my everyday shoes that I wear for work, when I have to run errands, when I have like doctor's appointments, stuff like that. I can walk with them all day. So at work, I'm a preschool teacher, so I'm very, very mobile. I'm always on my feet. I'm always like on the go. Also, kind of in my personal life, I'm definitely not a couch potato. So these work really, really well for me. Additionally, I love the fact that they feature the teeniest, tiniest heel possible, which for someone my height is very, very important. And then I love the little gold detail over here. They're the classic model from Ferragamo, so nothing too adventurous, especially not in terms of color. I love the suede. I think that it looks really, really nice in the winter, so those are more like my go-tos in the winter. And then I will show you in a second my choices for spring and summer. Next up, still for the winter time, or even actually for spring and summer, because I kind of tend to wear these year round, we have a pair of Burberry flats. Now, these are a little bit less comfortable than the Ferragamo ones that I showed you earlier. Not to say that they're not comfortable. I would still highly recommend getting them, and I love the change of color. That's why I got these in navy versus black. But they're a little bit uncomfortable after, let's say, like a couple of hours over here in this location. I will not bleed, and I will not, like, you know, hurt myself or anything, but they tend to be a little bit borderline. That being said, I love the casual look of them. I feel like they really differ from the Ferragamo ones in that matter. Obviously the color choice, like we've mentioned, but also kind of the occasion. These are very, very casual, so anything like, you know, Walmart run or anything like that, perfect. The other ones tend to be a little bit dressy, and I think that stems from the black and gold hardware combination that tends to elevate the look immediately. Here, because it is fabric and a navy, it also is a little different in that matter, but I really like them. I feel like they're the perfect weekend flats for any kind of like weekend that you may have, or like day out in the city. Perfect. Really, really like them. Next up, we have the Gucci Princedown fur mules. And here, I haven't included them in the flat section. Clearly, they're not flats, they're mules, but these are my only pair of mules, so I didn't want to create a separate category for them. I actually wore the heck out of them, and I think that you can probably see that. I've worn them the most, I think, inside. So these used to be my inside shoes. So the shoes that I would wear, you know, inside of the house, kind of as like my house slippers, especially for the winter time. They're really, really nice because they're so soft and cozy on the inside. Now, two things. Number one, they tend to get damaged very easily, and they tend to show age quite a bit. So you can see that, you know, they've been well worn. The fur is not the same as what it used to be, so it's not as soft, it's not as fluffy, especially on the inside. And so that makes it such that it's no longer just as warm as what it used to be when I first got them. And then the second problem is that they create the worst marks on like hardwood floors. So my house, my new house, has these very beautiful like old hardwood floors. And I actually wore them for maybe like a day, and there were lines, like these like solid black thick lines everywhere on the ground. So it took me forever to get rid of them. And so since then, I've been pretty much leaving these in the closet because I don't want to damage my floors. I don't want to have to scrub my entire house for a day after a day of wearing these. So I'm kind of like, I don't really know what to do. I actually, have not taken them out since the day that I'm talking to you about. Maybe I could wear them outside. I've never been a huge fan of wearing mules outside. I think that's still something where I'm like, I kind of have to get used to the idea. But right now in the house, I'm not wearing them. So I can either decide to wear them outside or decide to sell them. But because they look quite old, I'm not sure I'm going to get a good return on my investment. I'm pretty sure my sale price will have to be low. So I think I'm going to try and wear them outside. Next up, still in the flats category, we have this pair of beautiful Chanel flats. They're called the Chanel Classic Ballet flats, and I got mine in beige and black. I really, really, really like these shoes. They kind of are my do-over from the Chanel Espadrille that I showed you earlier. These ones really never worked for me, and I feel like I kind of had to have like a second chance, and these definitely are my second chance. I was very, very careful in the store to try them on, to try to walk for as long as I possibly could in the store, because I was so afraid of like, you know, having comfort issues, again, kind of like with the Espadrille. And these are very, very different. I will tell you, to be very honest, that they're not the most comfortable pair of flats ever. That's for sure. I would say if I had to name one, that would probably be the Ferragamo ones. By the way, I actually did a video on the subject quite recently. I did a review, kind of like a battle of the flats. So if you're curious to hear my thoughts on which flats are more comfortable, which flats are the best value for your money, then I will go ahead and leave the link to that video and the little information link over here for you to see it. So these are my go-to for occasions. So when, you know, I have like a nice dinner out, or when like I'm going out to a nice mall or something like that, then these will be my go-tos. They look so beautiful. I love the look of them. And I feel like they look good with pretty much any outfit and which kind of anything. So if you're wearing like a pair of black jeans, perfect look. If you're wearing a little black dress, also so beautiful. So I feel like you really can't go wrong with these. They are such a good investment. I would 100% recommend them to you. And lastly, for my last pair of flats that I wanted to show you, it's a pair of, again, Ferragamo flats, but this time they're in patent material and feature this beautiful nude pink color. I really like this color. I feel like they're so girly, so cute, so soft, really perfect for spring and summer. I actually haven't worn these at all yet. But I feel like in terms of comfort level, they're going to be exactly the same as the suede ones that I showed you earlier. So that's why I'm not too worried about addressing their comfort level and addressing their look without really having worn them. I am the type of person that kind of like needs a backup of their items if I want to start wearing item number one, if that makes sense. So I'll have a pair of shoes and I will have this thing in my head of like, I can't wear this pair of shoes really unless I have another backup pair. So these are my backup pair of the other ones that I showed you earlier, and before I was able to get these, I actually didn't wear the black suede ones that much, so now I wear the heck out of them because I have my backup. I feel like these will be super cute with like a little summer dress, or in combination with the Yves Saint Laurent Sac de Jour bag over here that you can see. It's not exactly the same shade of pink, but I think that I've been a little bit better recently about like relaxing and being a little bit less strict if it's not exactly the same shade or if it's not an exact match. So I'm very excited to wear them. I think that I will try to at least wear them, I'm telling myself, like 5 times this summer. And now lastly, for the last category, we'll move on to sandals. I love wearing sandals in the summer, especially when I have a really cute pedicure to show off. I feel like my go-tos, my absolute favorite in terms of sandals, are these gorgeous Hermes orange sandals, and I got mine in black with the white surpiqûre. I really love them. They are fairly comfortable, so not uncomfortable. But obviously they're sandals, so that means your foot is like loose in them. So I couldn't like run with them. So this would not be my choice of shoes if, you know, say I was taking like the subway or something like that. Like if I felt like I wasn't safe, or there might be, you know, a situation or a scenario in which I would need to run, that would not be my ideal choice. That being said, for anything else where you feel super safe, where you feel like really at ease, these look amazing for, you know, the mall, a restaurant, for like a beach club, for a pool. Absolutely amazing. And obviously everyone recognizes that they are Hermes shoes, that's for sure. So that definitely gives you a lot of attention, gets you a lot of compliments, especially again if you want to show off a nice pedicure. Really look great in pictures. And then because I got mine in black, I feel like they go well with every outfit possible. I am the type of person that still wears a lot of black even in the summertime. So that's why I got my first pair. You'll see I have a second pair. That's why I got my first pair in black, because I knew it would be such a safe choice. Also, they tend to get damaged a little bit less easily than if I were to pick like a light color. So for my first pair, I definitely wanted to get them in black. Next up, we have my second favorite pair of sandals, and these are the Valentino flat leather sandals in leather in this beautiful pink color. I feel like they are very comfortable, certainly more comfortable than the Hermes ones. Obviously, again, the same comment applies. I wouldn't walk with them for the whole day, and I also wouldn't run in them, but they're very comfortable. And they look so cute. I love the look of them. I feel like they look very elegant, very kind of like, you know, classy, but edgy at the same time, especially with the addition of the rock studs. They definitely have a certain vibe to them, and they go well with about any outfit. Again, these are the types of shoes that I could see myself wearing with like a pair of pants, or with a dress, or with like a little beach outfit, or anything that, you know, would be like summery would work well with these. I tend to wear a lot of sandals in the summertime because, well, I don't wear heels. So sandals are still like my go-tos for restaurants, for outings, even for, you know, places or locations where you have to be dressed up. So that's why I have sandals that are like dress up sandals, and not just like, you know, beach sandals. So I really love these. I feel like they go well with any kind of, you know, light color handbag like you can see over there, but they also kind of contrast well if you have like a dark handbag, like something black. Of course, I have black bags. So yeah, I love them. I feel like they also go well with pastel colors. Really anything and anything will work with them. I am so glad that I was able to add these to my collection. And what's more, I actually found them at the outlets, which is really, really nice. So I absolutely love these. Next up, we have a pair of sandals from Ferragamo. They're called the Ferragamo Falma sandals, and I got mine in black. So they're suede and they feature gold hardware. These, to be very frank with you, are kind of a luxury regret. They are a pair of shoes that I got at the outlets. I feel like the price still is at the back. So yeah, it says original price $725 and then sale price $253. So obviously there was a big incentive for me to get them, and I feel like I got like definitely sidetracked with the price, and that's not a reason, or not a good reason, to buy a pair of shoes. I love them. I love the look that they provide, but I can never get accustomed to walking with them. It's not that they're uncomfortable, it's just that my feet slip off of them, and I think that will be apparent and a little bit more clear from the close-ups and the mug shots that I will include of these, because this is not like tight enough and never really can be tight enough, then my foot just like slides off, and that is very dangerous because, you know, I feel like I'm very, very sensitive to like ankle spraining and like all of that. Like I've sprained my ankles like 5 times, I think, in my entire life. So obviously they're very, very fragile. So I'm very concerned about that. That's why I very rarely wear them. I probably have worn them in total maybe 10 times ever since I got them, and I got them like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years ago. So definitely a luxury regret and not a very smart purchase on my part. So next up, we have my second pair of Hermes orange sandals, and this time I actually got them in white. I really, really love them, and I feel like getting the white ones really allowed me to, number one, wear the black ones a lot more, because like I've mentioned when I was talking about the black ones, I'm the type of person that has to have a backup in order to wear the first pair. So that's the first thing. And then the second one is I purposefully got them in white to kind of get myself used to the idea of having a white bag, and then, you know, kind of in the end, slowly but surely, like working my way up to getting a white bag. And I'm very, very glad that I did, because this year I was actually able to get my very first white bag. I was so, so happy that I was able to get it. So the white bag that I chose was a Dior Bobby bag in size medium in this like latte color that looks so stunning. So these will be a perfect match with this purse. I love them. Now the one thing is I'm still like stuck on my previous pair of the orange sandals, and I'm the type, again, where I have to wear the heck out of the first ones to be able to wear the second ones, if that makes sense. But I think that I will at least put like a 5-wear rule for myself for these guys for the summer, because they look so beautiful. Just looking at them like this on camera makes me want to wear them so bad. And finally, my last pair of sandals, and definitely my most worn ones, are these Valentino PVC thong sandals in this beautiful pink color. These are my go-tos for the garden. So I recently purchased this year a house with a pool, which is so exciting. I love it, especially in the summer. It finally started to be nice outside, to be like sunny and warm, so we could enjoy the pool. So I've been wearing these pretty much poolside. That's my use for them. They actually stay on my deck. And so I only use them for the garden, the patio, and then the pool. They're super practical because obviously they're like PVC, so you never have to worry about like staining them, about getting them wet. Perfect pool slippers. And then they're also very comfortable, of course, because they're PVC material. You can kind of like fold them and kind of, you know, make them go as you wish, and that's very easy. And I still love the fact that they're designer, even though, you know, like they stay on my deck. They were not the most expensive shoes, but they're definitely my most well-worn ones. I love them. I feel like, you know, it kind of creates like a different like ambience or like atmosphere, like poolside, where you have like nice furniture and like a little bottle, a little glass. And then these beautiful shoes, they look perfect. I absolutely love them. Would highly recommend them if you're looking for pool slippers, or, you know, if you're simply looking for slippers and don't want to invest too much money in them, or you're looking for shoes that are durable, that are very durable. Also perfect for kids because you can more or less be carefree, you know, about them. It's not like it's going to be leather that's going to get stained or anything. So these are really great and super practical. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I definitely have a lot of pairs of shoes, many shoes. I don't currently intend on getting new shoes very soon. I feel like I'm very at ease with my collection. I love them. I love the ones that I have, and I don't necessarily want to get new ones. Of course, I also wanted to put it out there that I have other shoes, like regular shoes, like everyone else. I have like 2 pairs of Nikes, I have like UGG boots, you know, things like that, like regular everyday non-designer shoes. I simply did not include them in my video, but of course I have normal shoes. I am a normal person. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.